Hello, welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. The 18th to 23rd of August 2025. Quite a few figures, definitely better than last week this time. So we'll get straight on into the figures that are up for pre-order. Scale figures as normal, and links to these are in the description down below. So that's where you can get them apart from the NSFW figures, which are at the end of the video. Critical redo of a healer, Freya. Chinese dress version on 7th by Katakara, 7,073 yen, March 2026. Redo of Healer is a very nice, etchy anime in my opinion. I like it a lot, but obviously it's a bit demented if you've watched it. But yeah, again, Katakara, this is sort of their budget line, but this is very nice. The paint job is very good, and the fact that you're getting sort of this stair archer is a very nice touch. So yeah, she looks really good, very sexy looking figure, very nice overall. Yeah, so I like it a lot, and the price is a very good price as well. Then we've also got Setsuna as well, Chinese version, for the same price, March 2026. So again, she looks really good, very cute. Paint job's definitely better than like Pop-Up Parade or even Pop-Up Parade XLs or L sizes, which are about this price range. So like the blue's very nice in this outfit, and the fur's pretty nicely shaded as well. So I think overall very good. And then we've also got Kureha, I think as well, for 7,315, slightly more this time. They're all 1/7. Again with this sort of a stairway going on. Yeah, she looks really good. Like the outfit, like the pose, like the hair as well. So again, all three of them very nice, very affordable. So if you're into redo of the healer, I'm glad we got a second wave of figures. The first two, Setsuna and what was her name? Setsuna and Freya as well. They had, I think they were by Kadokawa as well, maybe a couple of years ago, and those were cast-off figures. I didn't get those. I really should look at getting those. But yeah, if you missed those, you've got at least 3 this time released. Hopefully, we see more in the future. And they're all 1/7 scale. Then we've got Ayo Kugakubo, illustrated by Fujiku. What court scale? This is the Leather Pants Deluxe Edition by Otherware, 18,810 yen. So a court scale for under 20,000 yen, not a bad price. Very shiny leather pants. Like the hair as well, very nice touch. So overall, very nice figure. If you like the outfit, and it looks like you get multiple faceplates as well. Then if you like this, especially if you're into quarter scales, it's a very nice looking figure. I like the hair. The overall outfit's very nice, you know, sort of casual. So overall, not too bad. I'm not sure if it's something I would get. And with this not being a cast off as well, but you do get a couple of extras. So you get a badge and A5 Shikishi as well, and then you also get a normal complete one where it's just like standard pants that she's got wearing on, rather than just the shiny leather ones. Apart from that, identical figure with alternative faceplate. So this one's actually got a bit more shading on it. So potentially seems a bit more better, I think, overall because of the shading. But yes, that's slightly cheaper, 70,820 yen. And then if you want both, you can get them as a bundle for 35,640 yen. All coming out in June 2026. Potentially worth getting that one. But yeah, I don't even think you save much doing it that way. I think it's just saves on shipping potentially because there'll be one box. And this is a single shipment as well, so watch out for that one. But yeah, 35,000 yen for 2 quarter scales compared to paying 44,000 yen for 1 quarter scale. That's by freeing. Kind of makes sense to potentially get this, especially if you like the design and you maybe want to give one away or to someone you know. Then you can potentially get this pair, and then or if you have a partner as well. Then we go to 86 Cantabile Vladelina Melizzi. I've not watched 86, I really should. By Shibuya Scramble, 6,600 yen. March 2026. So Shibuya Scramble have been doing these sort of budget lineup figures that I've actually been quite liking. The sort of prize figure. Well, not prize figure, the prize figure a couple thousand yen normally. But this is, again, overall really good. Definitely better quality than I would say Pop-Up Parade as well, only being a bit more expensive than Pop-Up Parade. I don't know what the scale of this is. 21 centimeters in height, so probably 1/7 scale ish, I would say roughly. Then we get Umumusme, Pretty Derby Mihono Bourbon, the Chestnut Cyborg, 1/7, by Good Smile Company, 26,800 yen, October 2026. So first actual full scale figure we got this time, proper high end one. Outfit, really nicely done. Not so much shading on the outfit, but I think that's just because her being like cyborg-esque, it's definitely much more like a bodysuit design. The effect, patterns going on here for this sort of like electro kind of dynamic tunnel going on in the back for this base is very interesting. The hair looks pretty good. Not tons of shading on the hair, but it's brown, so the shading brown's interesting. It can either be really good or really bad, or just middling where there's some shading but not a lot. Overall, very nice dynamic pose, like the a lot. It is quite expensive though, but I think a lot of the Umumusme ones are quite expensive anyways overall. And this one's a lot more dynamic than the other ones, which have like grassy bases, but their outfits are outstanding obviously on those ones. Chulaveru swimsuit version series, Tiraju Lunatic, a quarter scale, Muse color version, so I think this is a recolor, by Union Creative, 38,410 yen. Yeah, it's quarter scale by Union Creative for that 38,000 yen in a swimsuit. She looks fine. I think overall, if you're into your swimsuit figures, this is what Union Creative do quite often. Is they'll have swimsuit series, unlike Freeing, which normally stick to bunny suits. So yeah, Union Creative do swimsuits quite often. So yeah, she looks really good overall, and I think if you've got the previous ones or missed out on the previous colorway version, then you can get this one at least. Then we've got Blue Archive Aru, 1/7 by Max Factory, 24,000 yen. Let's see how she is compared to the other Max Factory Blue Archive figures I have seen. Not in a bunny suit, which obviously is a bit of a letdown. I like my bunny suit ones, but yeah, she looks fine. The jacket looks pretty good. I do like that face expression. Very smug. Sometimes the face is a bit hit and miss. Sometimes you like the face, sometimes you don't. I really like the facial expression in this one, and the framing with the hair as well is a nice touch. When you get don't like that one personally. I prefer her standard faceplate. So I probably wouldn't be using this I wouldn't be using this overly joyful one. The rest of her doesn't come across as overly joyful when she's carrying a weapon like that. So this pose, the way that she's stepping, definitely gives off that sort of I'm in control here facial expression. So yeah, looks really good. I think very nice looking figure. The gold and the weapon looks really nicely done. The leather strapping on the weapon is a bit excessive, but yeah, overall very nice looking figure, and the jacket's removable as well. I think worth getting hold of if you're a big Blue Archive fan. Then we've got Azure Lane Implacable, Shepherd of the Lost version, 1/7 by Apex, 18,410 yen, October 2026. Very nice looking figure, semi-translucent top. Obviously you can see her chest area, very nicely done. So this one's going to be very popular, I think, for an Azure Lane figure. I like the pose that she's in. I love the outfit, obviously, and I love the semi-translucent effect. So a very popular figure I think this one will be, and I'm very tempted to pre-order this one, as I don't think I've got anything coming in October 2026. So let me know down below if you're going to pre-order this one. Even if you're not an Azure Lane fan, I think this is just a very nice, sexy figure to get. Then we've got Chulaveru Darkness, Sephi Michelin Devluc Darkness version 1/6, Renewal Package Edition by Union Creative, 21,340 yen, April 2026. She looks fine. I like the hair, and there's decent shading there as well, a bit more than the other girls from Chulaveru, who are very much just hot pink throughout the entire hair. This one's definitely more tinted to blonde in the highlights, so that's very nice. Obviously, very nice outfit, because it's just the darkness outfit that they seem to put on a lot of their other girls in Chulaveru. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I think potentially worth the money. I haven't watched Chulaveru, so I've not fallen in love with the franchise enough, I think, to start getting into it, since I know there's a lot of figures of the Chulaveru girls out there, and if I do go full hog into the anime, I think I'd then have to buy all the girls from one manufacturer or another. Then we've got Chulaveru Darkness herself, Golden, for 19,200 yen, February 2026. Again, like the hair's all over the place, like the shading. Outfit's pretty bland. Obviously, it's just her black outfit. But yeah, she looks fine overall. The hair's definitely, I think, the one that sells it overall for this. She does have a lot of hair in the anime, if I remember correctly. But this is obviously definitely a lot more on the upper scale there. Then we go to Neural Cloud, Undyne, Sweet Rabbit Symphony, 1/7 by AmiAmi. 8,000 yen, April 2026. I don't have any of these AmiAmi figures, but from what I've heard, they've been pretty good. But also, a lot of them have gone cheaper pre-owned after release, so you probably could save, maybe 1,000 or so yen if you wait till this actually gets fully released in April. But a lot of the other Bunny Girls by AmiAmi have not, or other AmiAmi characters that have not had like a giant leather seat that she's sitting on. So they're just standing up. So this is actually probably a nice selling point that might maintain the price. The seat looks very nice. It's very glossy. Probably too glossy potentially. But the outfit design is very good. And I do like the facial expression. And the colorway of the bunny suit is very nice. Then we got Prisma Wing. This is the most expensive figure this week. Prisma Wing Date Alive Toka Yatsugami. 1/7 scale by Prime One Studio. Obviously. 49,400 yen, September 2026. So I'll be purchasing this one because of the obviously base that she's got and the other everything else, all the effect parts, her weapon and the facial expression that she's got is very extremely nice. I've seen Gloveru, I've not seen the newest seasons, I've seen the first 2 seasons, so I do like this Toka as well. Yeah, this is sort of, like a centerpiece, very close to like resin statue quality, I would say. 36 centimeters in height, so she will take up a large portion, since it looks like her width is almost as the same as her height with the wings that she's got coming off the back hog as well. Yeah, I think overall very nice. She does, like herself, look a bit small compared to the wings and the base and everything else that's going on. So that might be a bit off-putting overall, but I think overall it's a very nice looking figure. I think it is 50,000 yen, so it's definitely very expensive to get hold of if you want to get this one. My teen romantic comedy snafu Yukina, 1/6 by Hobby Stock, 23,760 yen. This one I don't know about the face. I think the face is okay potentially. It looks like she's doing a forced smile. The hair, they've actually done a good job, I think, shading the black hair. And then swimsuit is very nice. Body sculpting, definitely, especially around the stomach area. There's a good definition and tone around the stomach. So I think everything sculpt-wise looks really good. Just whether you'd like her in a swimsuit, I don't know. I don't generally see her, these sorts of... The show doesn't put that off to me personally of having these girls in swimsuits, so it might be a bit off-putting if you're really into the anime. Then we go to an original character, Rukawa-chan by Rukawa Negi, 1/6 by Kotobukiya, 21,940 yen, April 2026. Yeah, the hair looks quite... I like the shading actually in the hair. It looks like overall it's not too bad, and it's kind of semi-translucent. The outfit obviously very alluring in shorts and a hoodie. Yeah, very nice looking figure I think overall, not too bad. But yeah, not something, it depends on the OC characters are sort of, they either jump out to you and get really attached, or you don't, or you like the artist. I've not seen this one a lot, but I do like the overall concept of this figure. Just not something I will personally be getting. Then we go Goddess of Victory Nikkei Alice Wonderworld Bunny, 1/3 scale by Freeing, 77,000 yen, July 2026. It's the 1/3 scale. It's a Goddess of Victory Nikkei Alice in Wonderland Bunny. I think people will probably be buying this one quite a lot, and yeah, I think the previous 1/3 scales that we've had before have held their price in the aftermarket, if I remember correctly. Since this is a new thing, obviously Freeing are trying. So yeah, I think a lot of people like this, especially with the hair. It kind of makes sense with the hair, and that's just a lot of extra detail and plastic they've got going on. And I think they've actually moulded a lot of the extra strands quite nicely, especially with the carrots going in there. We'll have to see what the final paint job's like though when people actually get her in their hands. I think that might be the only thing that is a bit off-putting, is to see whether she's actually worth it in terms of that, whether they can actually keep to the prototype quality, at least than what we're seeing here. Then we go to Gal Fuki-san Alisa by Renji 1/6. Manufacturer Hanabi, 17,320 yen, August 2026. So it's a gal in some sort of kind of sexy police outfit. She looks fine overall, well endowed in the chest area, but that's about it. It's pretty simple, I think, overall. Nothing super special about it, personally. Yeah, she looks fine, but not super appealing personally to me. Then we go to Aki no Iro, illustrated by Hiten 1/6. Manufacturer Hoppy Chaton, not heard of this manufacturer before. 14,930 yen, March 2026. Okay, school outfit, very nice, very sort of older style school outfit, I would say personally. And then the school bag's pretty nice. Hair shading looks extremely well done. Yeah, what's that? Oh, fair enough. The base is very simple though. It looks like they've done some autumn leaves print on the base, but apart from that, and the head's removable. Yeah, very nice looking figure, I think, overall. I think for 15,000 yen, 1/6 scale, the paint quality, as long as the final figures like that, is actually very nice, especially if you're into just elegant, pretty simple figures that are just, they have some sort of elegance to them, I would say, even though they're very simple and not, there's not loads of sex appeal that, or waifu like that, some people, that a lot of collectors would want, but I think there's certain charm to this figure. Then we've got a Hyperbody Ghost in the Shell Motoko that I included this time by Good Smile Art Shanghai, 9,810 yen. Because it's just Ghost in the Shell, I thought I'd include it since it is such an iconic anime that people are interested in, or people should definitely watch Ghost in the Shell. So yeah, she looks fine, very simple paint job, but I think for the price it's kind of expected. Some joints and posable options, and obviously is in her sort of original older simple body attire, simple armored suit version from the older original anime, not the movie ones with Scarlett Johansson. Then we get Uemusume Cinderella Grey Oguri Cap 1/7 by Fat Company, 26,680 yen, August 2026. So this one's a bit more expensive, but the outfit, like the sculpt work on the, this skirt and the jacket blazer is very nicely done, and the hair is like so intricately with all the folds, definitely like she's standing in some wind. Outfit paint job looks really immaculate in my opinion. The hair looks amazing, just such an amazing figure. I think this one is, for the price as well, I think definitely warrants the price. And I think Fat Company, they do land the Uemusume figures, and from what I've heard, so I don't think this one will be like miles below what the quality. I think the final product will be close to these prototype photos. Then we get to Blue Archive Kazuna Band Star 1/7 by Miyuki, 20,310 yen, January 2026. Pretty simple figure, not much in terms of shading. Yeah, very minimal sculpt work. Yeah, very simple figure, I think, for 20,000 yen, probably closer to 15,000 yen. There's some shading in the hair, and that's about it. The guitar is very nicely clean and very glossy. Yeah, it's fine, but I think it's a bit on the higher end really for a Blue Archive figure, especially from a sort of lesser known manufacturer. And we've got Gushing Over Magical Girls Leoparde swimsuit version 1/6 by Kadakawa, 20,900 yen, August 2026. Swimsuit, very nice, I think, overall. I do like this a lot, like the pose. Yeah, I think I'd prefer in a traditional outfit over the swimsuit version, but this is a cast-offable figure, although it is just, the parts of that bikini get removed, and that's it. It's probably magnetic, I'd expect, but overall, not too bad. Nice looking figure. I think definitely if you're into gushing over magical girls, worth getting a hold of. Then we go into, oh yeah, there's a deluxe special version as well, which comes with a blushing faceplate, which is, so this one, blushing faceplate, and a tentacle part, which is wrapped around her arm. So yeah, if you want that, I think for the extra few thousand yen, probably worth getting hold of it, just for the convenience of having an additional faceplate. Gives you a bit more options, and the tentacles, I guess, a nice touch. Then we get into Zenless Zone Zero, Alexandria Sebastian, 1/7 by Apex. Not started on sales yet, so 28th of August, so I'm recording on the 23rd, so a week or so yet till this one actually goes on sale. 24,140 yen, October 2026 release. There's a lot to do with the maid outfit. There's a lot going on. So there's a lot of frills going on. The white is barely any shading now, in terms of the shadows, but there's a lot of plumage from the maid outfit and pleating. These belts are an interesting touch, you know, definitely going off the sort of BDSM vibes. Yeah, I think overall's very nice. I think I prefer this angle, but she's obviously looking in that angle, so you're not really going to be looking at leg, are you? You'll be looking at her face and the fact that she's got the side-on view. You're going to be looking at more so, whereas you'd want the open leg portion. Personally, in my opinion, I like to see the open leg. Overall, nice looking figure. I think Apex 24,000 yen is perfectly fine for this, especially with the amount of plastic being used for the dress, obviously for the maid outfit. So yeah, very nice looking figure. I think overall definitely worth getting a hold of. Now we go into the adult section. It's NSFW section. There's only two figures technically. We've got a binding figure, Nagachi Nagi-san, Bunny Girl, Quartz Girl, by binding, 39,600 yen. Definitely a more unique pose where she's actually showing you her rear end, and there's a split, obviously, in the tights with the outfit. So definitely a bit more indifferent to your traditional binding figures, where they're open legs or lying on the side or standing up or whatnot. So yeah, the face is a bit lacking, I think, personally. Not something I don't really quite like the face. I like the pose. Definitely, you know, she's got a lot in the rear end going on. And she's got obviously quite a big chest area as well, which the reflective mirror base will let you see, at least if you're looking at the rear end. So yeah, I think overall I like the pose. Definitely a bit more unique. Standard and black outfit though is a bit lacking. The ears being short, like just diamonds, are a bit lacking, and the face is a bit of a disappointment. So probably won't pre-order this, but I will probably bookmark it and just check up on this after release. It might go down a bit in price. I think it might do. It's one of those sort of hit and miss ones with a binding figure. Like, I do like the pose, but everything else, the figure is a bit simple and like not a lot of effort. But then I guess if we go to the artwork, see, this is like, she's got a bit more of a tan with this, and the fact that they didn't do, you know, the bunny suit, you know, sent her crotch guard over to the side, and the tear would have been much more better, but that might have been too difficult, which is probably why they did this split for manufacturing. That's kind of a letdown, personally. I think if they could have replicated this original design, especially with this sort of hole in the base as well, would have been a much nicer touch, I think. And a bit of blushing around the eyes would have definitely helped as well, not making the face so bloody flat and non-interesting. You don't see them doing blushes on the cheeks anymore. It's so hit and miss. I think it's something that they really should start doing more. So it might just be hard for them to do that consistently across all their figures for a batch. So I can understand why it's difficult to do. Then we get into Asane Ken, original character, lewd girl, Y-shaped balance, Ioi Futasuki 1/6 by Hot Venus, very renowned manufacturer, 28,600 yen. I do like this vertical pose. There was the Captain something from a while ago, about a year and a bit ago, that was released, that I really liked as well, in this sort of vertical pose. Yeah, I do like the outfit. Definitely very endowed in the chest area, and then looks like there's a her compadre that you can get, which has not been up for pre-order yet. So if you're going to get them, you might want to get both. But I like the outfit. I like the crescent moon nipple guards. I like the face. Again, like the pose. I like this tail outfit that she's got going on, which I think is removable. And obviously is a fully cast offable figure. And like the facial expression, is that multiple faceplates? Yes, you do get multiple faceplates. One where she's straining and one where she's obviously yelling at you. Yeah, very nice. I think. Oh, and yep, leaking as well option. If you want that. Oh, another faceplate. So that's 3 faceplates with some effect parts and fully cast off. That's a nice bonus, I think, overall. And yeah, 28,000 in, 30,000. I think very good actually. August 2026. Probably wait to see what the price of the other one is when they release that one, and maybe they do a paired set where you can bundle together. That might be worth getting hold of, especially if you get a little bit of a saving. And then you can pay a bit more to get the tapestry if you want, and I don't think you get anything else bonus. You get a postcard and a tapestry, so that's about it in terms of the bonuses for an extra 3,000 yen. Yeah, 3,000 yen basically. Probably not, but it depends if you're a tapestry person or not. And that does it for this week of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. Comment, like and subscribe, and I shall catch you in another video. Thanks, bye.